Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Debbie.
We are real-life scientists, and we want to share some sciencey stories that are prehistoric, sometimes argumentative, but with a Mad Libs twist.
You are listening to Lab Libs.
I'm a bio-pirate, actually.
A mouse on a frog? You can't put a mouse on a frog, can you? Square dancing!
Square dancing!
Woo! Yeehaw!
All right.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
I have a pretty interesting story for you today.
I'm interested in this prehistoric.
Chaotic.
Okay.
So the first thing I've got for you, as always, is our out of context quote.
Ooh. Let's hear it.
It says, "When I informed Professor Cope of it, his wounded vanity received a shock from which it has never recovered, and he has since been my bitter enemy." So that's the tone we're starting off with.
I love that. Oh, that's a good quote.
Yeah, it's
good.
that's
a good one. Okay.
Yeah, I like when he's like, from which it has never recovered. Okay. All right, so we're going pretty far back in time. Not to prehistoric times, but we are going pretty far back in time right now. So let me set the stage for you. Because I didn't know a lot of this stuff. The year is 1863.
Okay.
And all of these things are happening in science.
Oh, okay.
Louis Pasteur is discovering how microbes cause disease. Gregor Mendel is growing his pea plants and inventing Punnett squares.
Okay.
Dmitry Mendeleev, I'm not good at chemistry, is creating the first periodic table.
Oh.
Scientists are inventing ways to analyze what the stars are made of.
Okay.
Alfred Nobel, is just about to patent dynamite, which apparently he did.
I was going to say, did I know that? Did I know he did that?
Before he invented the Nobel Peace Prize, he invented dynamite.
Okay.
And it happened in the 1860s. Along with all of this stuff that I'm listing. It was all happening in the 1860s.
Okay.
Also, Darwin just rocked the biological world with On the Origin of Species in 1959.
Yeah.
Science is booming. Literally, all those things are happening at the same time. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And public interest in science is increasing as well.
Okay.
Before this, not many people cared about what discoveries were being made, but now that they were getting more exciting and, being covered by the press, people cared about science all of a sudden.
Okay.
And big things are happening. And in the United States, people are starting to find a lot of fossils at this time.
Nice.
Like, sort of for the first time, where we're finding a big volume of fossils.
Really?
Particularly after the Civil War, the U.S. started this massive expansion into the West with railroads, military bases, new towns popping up all over the place. And with that expansion came a lot of geographical knowledge being uncovered.
Okay.
They found out what happened on this land, hundreds of thousands or millions of years ago based on the rock formations and all this stuff. And this was all land that hadn't really been dug in either. And it's land that had a particular type of clay and, dryness that fossils would occur.
Okay.
So they're finding all kinds of fossils.
More prevalent to fossils and that sort of.
And so this huge rush in fossil collection began. And particularly, most notably, fossils of a specific type of animal.
Okay.
So here's your first Mad Libs.
All right.
Which is an extinct animal.
Okay.
You said
dodo
bird.
Yeah.
Do you think that they're finding just so many dodo bird fossils?
You're talking mainly North America, right?
I'm talking about the United States specifically.
Oh, United States. I don't know how many dodo birds there are.
What? Do you have a different guess?
Woolly mammoth? No, that's too hairy. No.
Well, that's the obvious one. What are all the fossils of?
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
okay.
some of the first dinosaur fossils that they're uncovering.
Okay. Okay.
It's happening probably in the like decade before 1863.
Okay.
So yeah, the extinct animal that I was referring to is dinosaurs. In general.
In general. Okay.
And actually, most of the early dinosaur discoveries in the U.S. were the work of 2 paleontologists.
Wow.
Who had a bit of a dramatic relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, so amidst all this scientific...
Like rival archaeologists.
Yeah. Okay. 2 American paleontologists are studying in Europe, and they meet in 1863 and become friends in Berlin.
Okay.
They were both gaining respectable careers in the new field of paleontology, with all the new discoveries of strange bones belonging to unknown creatures and large, huge bones that they were finding.
Right.
And, you know, they were both really interested. They hit it off. They did some touristy things as colleagues in Berlin.
Okay.
They got along well. They exchanged addresses to keep in touch, which they did. They both went back to the U.S., and they would be friends for years. They'd exchange manuscripts and theories back and forth in letters.
Pause for 1 second. Are they from the U.S.?
They're both American.
They're both American. Okay.
Yeah. One's from Philadelphia, one's from New Jersey.
Okay. Okay.
They even named dinosaurs after each other.
No way.
It's giving gay to me, first of all. That was my very first thought.
I mean, it feels...
It feels gay.
It feels a little...
If you're a grown man and you name a dinosaur after another grown man, it's gay.
It feels cozy. It feels cozy.
Okay, there's no evidence of that. Like, none. I did find...
What were the dinosaurs that they named?
Oh, this is my
For each other.
most compelling argument that it was gay.
Okay.
All right? I don't think you're ready for it. Cope. So there's 2 of them, Cope and Marsh. I haven't gotten to that, but
Okay.
Cope and Marsh. That's their names.
Okay.
Cope named an amphibian creature that he found, some kind of amphibian dinosaur, large amphibian.
Uh-huh.
Tyonius marshy. After Marsh. Cutesy and demure, but relatively normal. Okay?
Sounds like a stuffed animal name.
And that's Marshy with 2 eyes. Okay?
Oh, boy. Oh, okay.
Marsh, in return, I lost it when I read this.
Okay.
Named a giant serpent
Okay.
after Cope. And I don't know how to say the word, and I don't want to say it, so I'm just going to spell the second part of the name to you, okay?
Okay, all right.
I'm just going to spell it.
Okay.
So his name's Cope, that
Yes.
Marsh is naming the dinosaur.
Right.
He names him Mosasaurus, Copeanus.
Copeanus?
I fucking screamed when I read that. You're...
Copeanus? Why? What?
Oh my god, I cannot! I can't make this shit up. Like, I was like, wait, okay. You know, I was really digging to see if there was any evidence that they were gay, right? Because it's the 1860s. They wouldn't just be like screaming to the hilltops.
Heck no. Yeah, no.
Marsh never married. Cope did. He seems to have liked women.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
At least women. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, there was just like one little blog post that I found of somebody saying the biographers, it was like a quote from the biographers of these people.
Okay.
Saying like, oh, we always speculated that Marsh maybe was gay. Right?
Okay. All right.
Okay, so I was like, all right, that's not really any evidence. But then I thought, what did he name this dinosaur? What did they name the dinosaurs after each other?
Yeah.
When I read Cope
Anus.
You can't convince me that man wasn't gay. You
What?
can't. That's the gay. I think that is gayer than two men having sex.
That is just absolutely absurd.
Oh. Yeah. So
Okay,
anyways.
that's crazy. Yeah.
Okay. So they're friends, right?
Okay.
They named dinosaurs after each other.
Right.
They're good friends. But little did they know that their friendship would be the beginning of what we now call the Bone Wars. Dun, dun, dun.
Bone Wars.
That's what they're called. Okay, so these two men, they meet in 1863. Edward Drinker Cope, age 23, and Othniel Charles Marsh, who's 32. Mm-hmm. They couldn't be more different. The only real thing they have in common is a rich family member paying for their education.
Okay.
Which tracks.
Yeah.
And their special interest in dinosaur bones.
Okay.
I'll tell you about each of them.
Okay.
A little bit. Cope was born in 1840, so he's a little younger. Mm-hmm. He was from a wealthy Quaker family in New Haven.
Okay.
He didn't have a lot of formal education, not because it wasn't offered to him, but he just didn't go a lot to school.
Okay.
And but he
interesting.
did go intermittently to a bunch of fancy private schools, and he had lots of tutors.
Okay. Gotcha.
And he became interested in fossils and natural science at a very young age when he saw a skeleton of a giant whale at a museum.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. So his dad wanted him to be a farmer, but he left home against his father's wishes. And he went to Philadelphia, and he published his first paper at 18, even though he'd only taken very few number of college classes.
Oh, wow.
Which is your next Mad Libs.
Okay.
I gave you number 1 through 10.
Right.
So he's 18, he's publishing his first paper, even though he's only taken this many college classes.
Okay. I said 9.
He said 9.
Yeah. No, it's probably less than 9.
It's less than 9.
It's less than 9. 6?
2.
2? Oh my god.
He's taken 2 college classes, one with the professor who would later become his mentor.
Okay.
And he started publishing papers. Quickly,
Wow.
Very quickly.
Wow.
He was definitely the outgoing one of these two men.
Okay.
He would write long, rambling letters to Marsh, filling every space on the page.
Oh. Okay.
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 He was handsome and he wore his hair slicked back. He was witty, and he was one of the most prolific scientific writers in all of American history.
Wow.
He still holds the record for most number of papers published.
No way.
Which is over 1,400. Yeah. But he was also argumentative, aggressive, and not always, like, correct.
Okay.
He loved speculation, and his papers often had incorrect information and conclusions. He was writing so fast. He didn't care always about the accuracy
part of it.
Yeah. And he did not prescribe to Darwin's new theory of natural selection.
Okay.
He was a Lamarckian.
What does that mean?
Lamarck was a rival evolutionary theorist against Darwin.
Oh, okay.
Opposing Darwin's theories.
Okay.
So basically, if you believe in Lamarck's ideas, without getting into too much complicated about that,
Yeah.
it just means that you think learned skills and abilities are passed on to offspring. Like, if your parents are nice and big and strong, then you'll be nice and big and strong. Because
Okay.
they'll pass on those skills to you.
Okay.
That's how they thought animals were evolving.
Right.
A fish would learn to swim faster, and then its offspring would also know how to swim faster, type of thing.
So then, by the end of it, these fish are going to be moving at the speed of lightning.
So, to keep you, like, I kept getting the two of them confused when I first started reading about it.
Okay.
So, all that together to say, Cope is the cowboy. He's the cowboy of the two.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Just so you can remember.
Yeah.
Marsh, on the other hand, he was a little older, born in 1831, 9 years older. Mm-hmm. His family was poor. He grew up poor in New York. And he took an early interest in collecting minerals. Instead of being interested in natural science right away, he was really interested in rocks.
Interesting.
After his mother died, his wealthy uncle, George Peabody, Peabody?
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Paid his way through the prestigious Phillips Academy and his way through a certain Ivy League university, which was a Mad Libs.
Yeah.
So, where do you think Marsh went to college?
Well,
Prestigious Ivy League school.
I said Yale, but I'm guessing it's probably not Yale. I'm guessing maybe Harvard.
It was Yale, actually.
It was Yale?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got that one right.
All right.
Yeah. Yep, he went to Yale, and he succeeded in education more or less from the beginning. And it was actually also his father's wishes for him to become a farmer. I don't know why they both had dads who wanted them to become farmers.
I think in that day and age, they thought that was like the only career path that like really had any like sustainability. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be a darn farmer. Okay. A scientist somewhere. Yeah, now you gotta learn farming, son. That's where the real money's at.
As opposed to Cope's like nice slick back hair, handsome,
right.
Outgoing, charming behavior. Marsh he wore a droopy walrus mustache, and he was already going bald at age 32 or something. He was known for being
walrus.
I don't even know what that means, but every article described his mustache.
The same thing. Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He was known for being meticulous in his writing and very secretive. He wouldn't let anyone see his fossils. He kept everything to himself. And he would write very accurately, very meticulously. He preferred accuracy over speed. Like, Cope was just writing.
Right.
Not Marsh. His letters back to Cope were often short and even icy.
Oh my God.
He was described as pompous and self-centered, and he had a bad habit of not paying his workers on time.
Oh.
But he was good at manipulating the press and getting everybody excited and making connections with academics and government officials and things like that. So that's Marsh the nerd.
Okay.
If you will.
Okay.
Right? So we got Cope, the cowboy of the two, Marsh the nerd.
All right.
You can remember.
All right. Got it.
Around 1968, Cope invites his friend Marsh to Haddonfield, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. In his backyards where he grew up in New Jersey.
Okay.
To a dig site that he knows of, a spot with a special mixture of clay, silt, sediments, and all these other things, making it the perfect spot for finding Cretaceous fossils.
Okay.
Actually, the very first dinosaur fossil had been found there about 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
They have a great time, the two of them.
Uh-huh.
They discover 3 new dinosaurs together.
Wow.
In that summer.
Wow. In that, site, basically?
Yeah, in that site in Haddonfield.
Wow. Okay.
But this is where things start to take a turn.
Oh, no.
Marsh is devious and sneaky. And he betrays Cope real bad.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Marsh commits a crime involving money, which is your next Mad Libs.
No.
You said money laundering?
Yeah, that's what I said. No, it's probably not money laundering, but I don't know what. It's conning people out of money, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Sort of. Conning someone out of something.
What was he doing?
He committed bribery.
Oh.
To sabotage Cope's future discoveries in his own backyard at this dig site.
What?
He bribes the site operators to send all the fossils that are found in the whole dig site straight to Marsh, straight to himself.
No way.
And Cope tried to come back and be like, where's all my fossils? You haven't found anything in all this time? And they wouldn't give him anything.
Oh my gosh. That's awful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, but he bribed somebody to do whatever.
Yeah, he bribed the people who were actually doing the digging at the site.
Oh my gosh.
The workers.
Okay.
The manager of them all, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw. Poor Cope.
Poor Cope. I mean, I don't feel bad for either of them, really, but
I know.
This is the first thing that happened.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Can you imagine? Cope goes back to his own dig site, and he can't excavate anything himself.
No.
They don't allow him on.
That's insane.
All the specimens are being sent straight to Marsh.
Wow.
In fact, the dinosaur that Marsh named after Cope,
The Cope-anus?
from that dig site.
The Cope-anus?
I stole from Cope.
Oh my god.
Right?
What was I gonna...
So, Cope would later retaliate with his next dinosaur's name, which was, instead of Mosasaurus cope-anus, it was Mosasaurus depressus.
Aww.
He was like, that made me depressed, man.
God.
Oh, man, poor guy.
Okay, did he know pretty much immediately, like...
Sorry, that was...
He didn't have to do, like, research and to find out, like, what happened or whatever. Like, that he knew pretty much immediately it was, like, Marsh that...
Oh, yeah. They told him we're sending him on a Marsh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he knew.
Okay.
Yeah, he knew. And then, just the next year, in 1969, Cope made...
1869?
I'm sorry, yes, 1869.
Okay.
I kept having to change that in my notes. And then
Yeah.
In 1869, Cope makes a really bad mistake. Probably the worst mistake of his career. He's already known to make mistakes in his work, but this was, like, on another level.
Uh-oh.
In his rush to publish a new species discovery, well, he claims it to be a new species, at least, E. platurus, with a long tail and short limbs, he comes up with this sort of dubious explanation of how the head connects to the neck.
Okay.
And he found it, the head, the skull, next to the short neck.
Okay.
Okay, so he's claiming he found this crazy new species that's, like, got
short,
instead of a long neck, it's got a short neck and a long tail. Yeah.
Okay.
But, in fact, he has mistakenly put the wrong end foremost, as Marsh would point out.
Yeah, I was going to say, so tail was more necky, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so it was a pretty obvious mistake. That he should have noticed because of a certain particular type of bone. That was your next Mad Libs. The big mistake that he made was he was looking at this type of bone when he made the mistake.
Okay. I said femur.
Yeah.
It's probably not that, but I don't know what it is.
It's a vertebrae.
Okay.
So he was looking at all of the vertebrae from neck to tail.
Right.
And he had them all arranged backwards.
Oh my god.
So he should have known, like, hey, that vertebrae should be going towards the head.
Right.
That direction. You know, like, that's how all vertebrae look. So he totally put them totally backwards.
Oh my gosh.
So that in all of his published drawings and explanations, he had the head on the tip of the tail, not at the end of the long neck.
Oh my gosh.
His mentor actually had already noticed and corrected the publication, like published a correction to the paper.
Right.
But even so, Marsh publicly badly humiliated Cope for his big mistake, making sure everyone knew what he had done.
Great. That's nice.
Cope was desperate to try to fix it, and he tried to buy all the copies of that journal.
God.
And then Marsh published something in the newspaper saying that he had some copies left. So Cope could never buy them all.
So it didn't matter that he tried buying them. Okay.
Right. So about here is where that out of context quote comes in that I told you about earlier. So Marsh, that quote is from Marsh saying, I pointed out his mistake and his vanity was so wounded he never recovered, blah, 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 right? That was from Marsh.
Right.
But it wasn't published in a paper when that happened. It was published 20 years later.
Like, when he said that?
Yeah.
Oh.
So this has happened 20 years ago, and Marsh takes out a space in the paper to say,
interesting.
remember when Cope made this horrible mistake?
Right. Yeah.
And I pointed it out, and he was so mad.
And I'm sure he remembered all the details, like, entirely correct and all that. Anyway,
And Cope
but
responded in the paper and basically said, like, why are you bringing this shit up again? He's like, yeah, I did that, and it fixed it, so.
oh no! Oh my god!
So, yeah, I mean, it really starts to get out of hand.
Oh no!
Pretty early on, some of Marsh's men end up working for Cope at one point,
Okay.
claiming to try to sabotage his search. Although that particular first time, it didn't seem to have been coordinated by Marsh, but it did happen. Those people were like, I'm trying to sabotage you to Cope.
Okay.
Because I worked for Marsh. But it didn't seem to be Marsh's plan.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then separately, someone accidentally sent Cope this materials, like fossils or some kind of papers or something, I don't know, that belonged to Marsh.
Okay.
So now Cope's got it by accident. He did return it,
He did?
Yeah.
Okay.
but that's where the civility kind of ended. So there was little direct animosity so far, but they were having a lot of negative emotions.
Oh my god.
So one emotion stood out in particular at this point between the two, before anything really bad has happened.
Okay.
When that was your next Mad Libs.
Yes.
Negative emotion. You said anger, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure they were angry. I was thinking something more specific.
Something more specific. A negative emotion. Oh. Violence isn't an emotion.
Yeah. Particularly at this moment, they were feeling really paranoid. About each other.
Oh.
Even though, like, they didn't outright hate each other yet, they started doing all kinds of weird stuff out of paranoia.
Oh, great.
And chaos ensued.
Right.
So by 1873, just 10 years after they met, they would be locked in battle publicly, very publicly, for the next 20 years. They would start spying on each other.
Oh my gosh.
They'd have code names and secret agents.
Oh my
They
gosh.
were hastily clearing out their dig sites and destroying whatever was left.
Oh my god.
Really good science, right?
No wonder it's called the Bone Wars.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Marsh was really good at invigorating the press.
Right.
And his early discoveries are really responsible for even today's public fascination with ancient fossils.
Okay.
A lot of the most popular dinosaurs were being discovered by Marsh and Cope at this time. Mm-hmm. And the excitement in the press was mostly Marsh's doing.
Was that mainly in the U.S. that they were finding?
Yes.
Okay.
This is all happening out west.
Okay.
In the
all right.
U.S. Yeah. He was making a name for himself by going around disproving pop culture theories about fossils, like, oh, it's Bigfoot, oh, it's the Loch Ness Monster, and he would go around and disprove it with his superior knowledge. And he was making a name for himself doing that. Mm-hmm. One particularly popular, elaborate hoax, that there was a big, giant petrified man that they found.
Oh.
And everyone was going crazy about this giant petrified man. All the scientists were like, what does it mean? A giant man.
Right.
So Marsh showed up and he found out that it was actually carved out of something.
Okay.
Which is your next Mad Libs. A building or sculpting medium. What was this giant petrified man carved out of?
I said clay.
Yeah.
It's not going to be clay, probably, but I don't know what it is.
I didn't even know what this is.
Okay,
But it was carved out of gypsum.
Is that like a wood?
I don't know. I didn't look it up.
Okay. Huh. Gypsum.
Yeah.
Interesting.
If anybody knows what gypsum is, Tell us in the comments. So they were constantly trying to one-up each other. In 1877, Marsh reported a new gigantic dinosaur to the press, this 50 to 60-foot beast that he found in near Golden City.
Okay.
And just 1 month later, Cope reported a bigger one, another new species, even bigger. And he specifically mentioned in his announcement that it was bigger than the one found near Golden City.
Marsh just fuck you across the city.
Yeah, no, it was called Camarasaurus supremus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really liked all the dinosaur names. They're so funny. Nothing could have prepared me for reading Cobain. Oh my god. Okay. Marsh, on the other hand, had at least one spy attend Cope's lectures and rush back to his office so that he could publish the findings before Cope
What
could.
is wrong with him?
Oh, he's crazy.
Bro.
That happened at least once.
Dude, what is wrong with him?
And Cope and all his allies would rush to the press and insist that Marsh was a fraud, which he was. Like, it seemed to be that Marsh really was
Like, a lot of
That's
it,
how he
yeah.
Operating.
Yeah.
And Marsh would become increasingly backhanded and sneaky. He'd infiltrate Cope's field teams with secret double agents. He would start employing code names in his telegrams to refer to Cope and fossils and different things with all of these code names so that no one could understand what he was talking
Was
about.
he on some sort of drugs
I
or
don't
something?
know. I didn't find anything that said he was. I had that thought too. But maybe, who knows?
It's a little druggy to me.
But even so, he was still frustrated with how fast Cope could get out new information. He was writing so fast. There's one report of like his assistant or something coming in, and he's arched over one of Cope's papers, and he's saying like, "Damn you!"
Oh, that's great. I love that.
And Cope, in his quest to try to protect his own information and
Right.
get things out as fast as he could, he bought one of the journals, The American Naturalist, in 1877,
Oh,
so that his work would be recognized in it only.
okay.
And he wrote 76 papers for it between 1879 and 1880.
Wow.
In 1 year, he
Wow.
wrote 76 papers.
Ooh.
Cope started having some early ties with this new part of the government, the U.S. Geological Survey, who were like in charge of finding the fossils for the museums and funding the different dig sites and stuff like that.
Right.
Cope was the first one to make connections
Okay.
with that surveying team. And the leaders wanted Cope to write about the first dinosaur discoveries because his writing, although it wasn't meticulous and always accurate like Marsh's was, it was dramatic, and they thought that type of writing would garner most public interest.
Right.
He was known to write about dinosaurs with not only his observational skills, but another type of skill that your brain does, which was the Mad Libs. I hope that was like clear. What did you say?
It was not clear.
I didn't know how to.
So the category you told me is a thinking task, a skill of your mind.
Yeah, like observation is what most people would describe their stuff, right? But he would use another type of skill. His imagination. As well.
Oh, okay.
So just as much as his actual observations, he would tell these fantastical stories about what they looked like, how they moved around, their daily lives. You know, it was all very exciting.
Yeah.
Marsh was good at manipulating connections and getting in good with the press, but Cope was good at like making it beautiful, like making it amazing for everyone.
Yeah.
He was passionate and absolutely fascinated with what he was studying. And he would speak of dinosaurs with this infectious excitement. His research assistants would describe how absorbed in the description he would become while they quote unquote listened entranced.
Okay.
Like he was just
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. He was into it.
But Marsh would use his better reputation and his academic connections to take over the leadership of the U.S. Geographical Survey. Stealing it right out from under Cope's leadership.
Marsh, what is wrong with him?
Marsh got hurt real bad. Marsh was like,
How did he get hurt?
I don't know. It was gay. Somehow it was gay. That's what I'm getting at.
You think that's what
Somehow.
it is? Oh, God.
I don't know. What's his problem?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's like narcissist or something. Like has to have all the attention on him for
I don't know.
Wow. That's interesting. It just seems it's a lot of hostility for no reason.
Now Marsh is in charge of the funding and who gets to do the dig sites and all that.
No way.
Cope was not shy about his disdain for Marsh at this point. He was also growing these feelings that everyone was conspiring against him. He once named a dinosaur Anasaurus captivated, and when his friend asked what Greek root that name came from, he said, quote, "It is derived," I can imagine him like saying it in this voice with like tears running down his face.
Okay.
"It is derived from the union of two English words, cope and hater. For I have named it in honor of the number of cope haters that surround me."
Oh my gosh. She was the original inventor of the word hater.
Yes. Very dramatic.
Oh, that's great.
But let me tell you, this feud is what had the nation locked in on dinosaurs.
Yeah.
The feud was exciting for everyone, too.
Yeah. It's got drama.
The two of them together and antagonizing each other at this time were naming some of the most iconic dinosaur species, the ones that are even iconic now.
Like Soul today. Okay.
Yeah. So before Cope and Marsh started fighting, only a few species of dinosaurs had been named.
Wow.
And I asked you to guess this one, number 1 through 50. How many, before their fights began,
How many had been named?
how many had been discovered and named as dinosaur species?
I said 38.
Yeah.
I think that's a decent guess.
It's actually only 9.
9?
9 species of dinosaurs had been named before Cope and Marsh started any of this.
9.
And after their rush to one-up each other, hundreds of dinosaurs had been named.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The media's coverage sensationalized their fight and also put the new scientific field of dinosaur discovery into pop culture solidly for the first time.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a list of like the most popular dinosaurs they named, and I asked you to guess the type of dinosaur.
Yeah.
So there are many answers that would have qualified because there's a bunch of them on this list I'm about to read.
Right.
What'd you say?
I said Triceratops.
Oh, great. I'm going to read you the list.
Okay.
These are all ones that they named.
That they named.
I've never heard of all of these dinosaurs, but apparently these are all popular. So
I only know like
dinosaur
a
lovers out there.
handful of dinosaurs.
This is for you. I'm probably going to say them all wrong. Okay. Allosaurus,
Okay.
Apatosaurus, Brontosaurus, Camarasaurus, Camptosaurus, Ceratosaurus, Soelophysis,
Okay.
Diplodocus, Hesperornis, Stegosaurus, and Triceratops.
Woo! Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, I've heard of a few of them. I've heard Apatosaurus and Bronchosaurus, and
Yeah.
obviously Stegosaurus and Triceratops.
Right.
So yeah, all these like were discovered by just these two guys.
Okay.
Marsh was doing better. He was able to search a much larger volume of sites because he had funding from now both the U.S. government and from the Peabody Institute that his uncle founded at Yale. And he became the nation's first professor of paleontology there at Yale.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Cope had to rely on his own fortune, which was larger. He did have a pretty big fortune from his parents.
Okay.
But he didn't have as much access to dig sites all over the West. Like, Marsh was starting to get a lot of access. And he was controlling all the access, too, so he wasn't giving it to Cope. So Marsh's name often got published first and became the valid dinosaur name over whatever Cope published.
Great.
And Cope is also prone to lots of mistakes in his writing. One mistake in particular that I asked you to guess for Mad Libs. A mistake. Type of error while writing. What did you say?
I said spelling.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds about right.
Cope was infamous for misspelling things, and he would even use names that had already been used for dinosaurs.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And a lot of these discoveries were being sent by telegrams, actually.
Right.
That's how everything was happening so fast.
Okay.
And they were like in a rush to beat each other to the presses, so they'd send a telegram straight from the dig site to the newspaper. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's really crazy.
Once the feud really got going, and Marsh was quick to ridicule Cope in the press for all of his mistakes, Cope started to keep a journal of all of Marsh's supposed mistakes.
Okay.
Stashed in his desk drawer at all times.
Okay.
He would often be quoted threatening to release all the evidence against Marsh over the years. He threatened this lots of times.
He's just trying to cope.
He's just trying to cope. But yeah, he had mistakes like, all of his plagiarism, all his fraud, and any mistake he could find that Marsh made in any of his papers. He had this journal list.
Oh my gosh.
And on both men's teams, their work was hasty and petty.
Great.
Out of their 144 dinosaurs that they named, only 32 were determined to be actual distinct species over the next few decades.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they were just like finding a bone and saying, I found a new dinosaur.
That's a new dinosaur. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, many were overlapping, named different things by each scientist, but they were actually all the same species.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Their rush to clear out a dig site and own everything that was in there. They were just trying to keep all of the fossils to themselves and away from the other person.
Right.
It caused a lot of damage and confusion to the fossils.
Aww. Where were they going? Like, where were the fossils?
They were, like, putting them all into boxes.
Yeah.
Shipping them on, like, railways. To their homes. Cope had a home for him and his wife and his child, and a home for his fossils. Literally.
Really?
He had 2 houses. One for himself and one for his fossils.
So they were, like, keeping them.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of the fossils that made huge discoveries that were their fossils, like later they used for huge discoveries.
Right.
They didn't even find those until both guys were dead. They were like sealed up in boxes. Hadn't been looked at.
Right. Wow, that's wild.
Yeah. Okay, here's a fun moment.
Okay.
There was this hot spot for fossil hunting in Wyoming called Como Bluff. Okay. And there were like a huge number of fossils there. Big ones too. And Cope and Marsh got into a physical battle between their 2 excavation teams.
Oh my gosh.
Because there was such a vast quantity of high quality specimens, each man got super possessive over the entire dig site, claiming they had exclusive rights to search there.
Oh my gosh.
So at some point, the fighting got so intense between, they were like trying to get the other excavation team to leave.
Yeah.
That the 2 teams ended up throwing rocks and dirt at each other from above.
What in the world?
Destroying things, like destroying fossils, causing injuries.
This is just absurd.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I gave away the Mad Libs. Sorry. It was a verb that you would do out of anger.
Okay.
Which was destroy.
But I said scream. But yeah.
I'm sure they were screaming too.
Yeah, probably screaming. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were just destroying things. Left and right. And even the transit was dangerous for the fossils. They were packing them all up so fast and filling these big train cars with them that lots of them would get damaged in transit.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So they were just being total assholes at this point. Both men were also guilty of pretty common, for this time, crimes. Paleontological crimes.
Ooh, that's like biopirate. That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, well, it's not as fun as biopirate.
No, it's not.
No.
But still,
The
these different crimes, science crimes are interesting.
These crimes that both of them were doing were that they were totally fucking over all the Native Americans in their search for fossils.
Wow, that is shocking.
Shocking. Absolutely, I couldn't believe it.
That right there is shocking.
They were stealing really valuable fossils. Like, this would have been a big source of wealth for all of these tribes, that their fossils were being found on their land. But they were just taking them and saying, oh, these are mine now.
Oh, okay, cool. That's nice.
They were also destroying whatever they felt like in that pursuit. Sacred sites, graves.
That's what I was gonna say. I bet they
was living there.
I bet they didn't
like,
care much about burial grounds at all. Yeah,
not at all. They would both manipulate tribe leaders to get what they wanted. Yeah. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, we support you," and they would go to the press and say, "Yeah, we support the native tribes here," and then they would still just use that to gain access to their land. They both did that several times.
Nice.
To the point where they would even travel through native lands with guards, with armed guards, to protect them. Jeez. Yeah. This is why I was like, I don't feel bad for either of them.
No, I know.
Then the final hurrah of the whole feud, basically, in the 1890s, there was two competitive newspapers, New York Herald and the New York World.
Okay.
The New York World had this exclusive story rights to another scientist doing crazy shit at this time, Nellie Bly, who was trying to fly around the world in 80 days.
Okay.
And they were covering this in the New York World.
Okay.
So the New York Herald wanted a story to compete. Okay. And they chose the Bone Wars, which had been happening for 20 years already. Right. But they were trying to get some extra public attention to compete against flying around the world in 80 days.
Obviously, yeah.
And so they started publishing this series of scathing articles about the Bone Wars. The paper devoted dozens of pages to this feud with all these crazy headlines like "Scientists wage bitter warfare" and "Long smoldering embers of hatred." But even the public started to grow tired of the fighting. And about after this whole thing in the New York Herald, they started losing interest. And even the scientific journals got tired of their petty arguments.
Yeah.
The editors of one of the largest journals called The Naturalist. It's not the same one that Cope owns. That one's the American Naturalist. This is The Naturalist. Okay. They went so far as to ban both men from comments in their publications. Oh my god. Because they were just using the entire column to criticize each other. Trash each other. Yeah. They charged the men instead for space in only one section of the newspaper that they were allowed to have their arguments. Okay. What do you think was the one? Well, it wasn't a newspaper, but it was a scientific journal. But one section they were allowed to pay to argue in.
And that was the Mad Lib.
That was the Mad Libs, yeah.
They get to pay to argue. I said like comics.
I was hoping that you would say comics because that would be so appropriate.
You could do it,
right? Like, yeah, they should have been arguing in the
some like
section.
Satirical comics. Yeah.
Well, the Naturalist didn't have a comics section, but it did have an appendix.
Oh my god.
That's where they were banished to.
That's where they were allowed to go.
The Naturalist said, "We're tired of your shit. You can continue arguing if you pay us for space in the appendix."
Oh my gosh.
And they did. They continued arguing.
Oh, of course they did.
In the appendix.
Of course they did.
They were using their own money to do so.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Yeah. Their fighting absolutely destroyed their scientific reputations. And Marsh eventually tried to say that Cope had used government funding to gain his fossils and that he should have to turn them over to the Smithsonian because he didn't really own them. He used government funding. Turns out Cope had... The one thing he's meticulous about is how Marsh has fucked up. And apparently how he's spent his own money. And Cope was able to produce records that showed he did pay for all of these dig sites with his own money. And he didn't have to give up his collection to the Smithsonian.
Oh my gosh.
However, Cope really hit Marsh back after that. He was mad. He was like, don't try to take my fossils.
Yeah.
Don't come for my fossils.
No,
I have a house for my fossils.
Exactly.
He reported Marsh right back to the U.S. government for misusing his funding. That journal in the desk drawer that he had all these years finally came in handy. Turns out Marsh really was the one using government funding to keep his own personal collection of fossils.
Of course.
And he was ordered to give many of them up to the Smithsonian. 80 tons.
Good for him.
Of fossils he had to give up.
Good.
But that was only a fraction of his fossils.
Neither of them should just have these chilling in their house anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And this triggered an investigation into the entire U.S. Geographical Survey. The whole department was scrutinized. They wanted itemized budgets. They slashed the budget. And
oh my God.
Marsh was fired.
Woo!
Yeah. But by that time, this was the 1890s, Marsh had used all of his remaining connections to eliminate funding from Cope's research and completely alienate him from the scientific community.
Wow.
Cope had spent all his savings, and his wife had left him.
Oh.
He even tried to make some money from a type of mining to continue his efforts. This was our next Mad Libs. What type of metal do you think he tried to mine?
I said bronze. It's definitely not going to be bronze, I don't think.
No, it's not bronze.
I'm guessing it's gold would be the obvious one.
Close. Silver. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he tried his hand at silver mining, but he failed and lost all his money. He was able to sell some of his fossil collection, but he could never find a buyer that was wealthy or willing enough to buy his whole collection outright.
That's surprising that, like, the Smithsonian and stuff wouldn't, like, buy more from him.
Right. I think that this time the museums were like, I don't know, that is a good point. I thought it was interesting how the U.S. government determined that Marsh had to give up some of his fossils to the Smithsonian. Mm-hmm. So some kind of, like, government funded.
Right.
It still is government funded, the Smithsonian.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, Cope just fizzled out.
Aww.
And he was totally penniless. And he had a bunch of long-standing illnesses. And he died at age 56.
56.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yep.
Wow.
Marsh did not end up any better.
Okay.
He was so poor that he basically had to beg Yale to give him a salary. First time ever. He'd never asked for a salary from Yale.
No way.
He was like, please, I got fired. Can you give me money?
Oh my gosh.
No one wanted to work with him anymore because he was always accusing all of his workers of spying for Cope, or he was forgetting to pay them constantly. And he died of your last Mad Libs, a deadly illness.
I said
What'd
the
you say?
bubonic plague.
Yeah. Yep, that's it. He died of the bubonic plague.
Is that what it was?
Oh, no, he did not.
Like, wait, what? What year was it that he died?
It was 1898, something like that.
Too early for the Spanish flu. I'm not sure. What is it?
He died of pneumonia.
Oh, pneumonia.
Pneumonia at age 67 with $186 in his bank account.
Ooh, wow.
They definitely succeeded at ruining each other's lives, fortunes, careers.
This is ridiculous.
They both died early deaths,
yeah.
probably from stress.
Oh my gosh.
Each of them had amassed an enormous collection of fossils, over 13,000 specimens each. And these would fuel more dino discoveries for decades to come. They would be studying those fossils found by Marsh and Cope for 50 years before they found all there was to find.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I said before, a lot of the fossils they found in sealed boxes after their death. Mm-hmm. They ended up caring more about destroying each other than the bones in the first place.
Yeah.
That they both loved so much.
Right.
It's just horrible. They really
I just don't understand.
combusted.
Yeah. That rivalry just
It's described as one of the most bitter scientific rivalries ever. They really hated each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is just it's so unnecessary. It's really so unnecessary.
I know.
There's plenty of bones to go around.
It's so funny too how unnecessary it was because their mentor, his name was Lighty. He was originally Cope's mentor, but he became he was the one that discovered the very first dinosaur bone.
Okay.
And he kind of became involved in both of their study.
Right.
And he at first was part of the fighting too, like a third party, but he quickly lost interest. He was mild-mannered and kept to himself and stuff. And he was like, you know what? I'm done. Y'all are too much. And he completely quit paleontology.
Wow.
He started studying microbes instead.
Oh my gosh.
He was like, fuck that.
He was like, wow. Yeah, I was going to say, first off, there is plenty of fossils to go around.
Yeah.
There was plenty at this time. And then also, even if you decided to share them, that's easy. We both work on this dig site. We both go on the paper. We both, you know what I mean? What? Why?
They did it first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And what changed? Why?
Marsh.
That's what I said. He's a narcissist or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I didn't mean by any means to paint Cope as the victim here either.
I know.
He was the one starting fist fights with workers and
Great.
he was the one with the armed guards through the native lands. Okay. Cope was not the victim either. He was they were both horrible.
Yeah.
It feels like Marsh started it.
Yeah.
But
well, I feel when I say I feel bad for him in one aspect, I mean just based on the way that Marsh treated him. Not how they each treated the natives or workers and everything, just purely on how they treated each other standpoint.
Yeah.
I feel Marsh
did him so dirty.
Right.
Did him so dirty.
He was vindictive.
Cope was all I love dinosaurs. They're so beautiful. And Marsh was like, fuck you.
Oh, God. Wow.
Yeah. Come check out my dig site, Marsh.
Wow.
And then Marsh was like, actually, it's my dig site.
Oh, you mean my dig site?
You mean my dig site?
Yeah. That's great.
Crazy.
I love that.
But it's too bad that they were so petty all the time, because they would have discovered way more had they worked together.
That's what I'm saying.
And had they not been constantly destroying their dig sites. Mm-hmm. And they would fill them in with dirt and rocks when they left, so that the other would have a harder time excavating.
Right.
Wow. Later, someone would go back through and study everything again. And they found a whole bunch of stuff that was missed originally. It was in 2002 or something.
Okay. And these dig sites? Okay.
In the dig sites, the same ones that they had dug in. Mm-hmm. They found they'd completely ignored the tree fossils. And if they would have looked at the tree fossils, they would have found out that it wasn't a swampy land that they thought it was. It was a dry forest. And that would have totally reshaped the discoveries they were making at that time. Wow. So, like, they were so hasty. They were doing such bad science. They were obsessed with
Yeah.
each other. Gay.
And just collecting.
Yeah. My allegations of them being gay are completely unfounded. I just want to let everyone know that it's not based on anything except for co-anus.
Yeah, except for that. That's some pretty sound proof.
Yeah.
The only way I can think that it's not gay related is if he's really just trying to call Cope an asshole.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Cope, you anus.
Maybe. I don't know. So,
All right.
that's the Bone Wars.
I love that. I haven't heard of that or read about that.
Oh, no? I thought maybe you had, because there's a bunch of books and
I think
they
maybe
even almost made a movie about it.
Oh, really?
They didn't make it.
I think I've heard like it referenced before, but I've never actually like read any articles about it or anything like that. So
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yep.
Wow. Rivalry.
Big rivalry. Well, now that I've told you about all these dinosaur bone-filled holes,
Yeah.
can you tell me about the rabbit hole you've been on this week?
Yeah. So this is gonna freak you out quite a bit.
Cool. Love that. I love that.
And the way that it's gonna freak you out is that a lot of this rabbit hole that I went down was related to archaeological relics, remains.
No.
Yes.
Shut up. You read my mind.
Swear to God.
That's crazy.
When you sent me your Mad Libs, I was like, okay, this is freaky. Dinosaurs? Really? Like, really?
Oh my
honestly.
God.
Yeah. This is like some...
One day I'm going to do my lab libs and you're going to do your rabbit hole on the same thing, I bet. Like one day
it's gonna happen. Yeah, that's interesting. It's like ancient relics, ruins, remains that mine rabbit hole that I went down. So,
Okay.
I got an article from CNN that just came up as a recent article that they wrote. And the title of the article is How Climate Change is Revealing and Threatening Thawing Relics.
Oh.
So what the rabbit hole I ended up going down was how different aspects of climate change are revealing remains and relics and
That were frozen
ruins.
before.
Not just that, but also like droughts. So they're revealing new stuff
That were underwater.
Yeah, exactly. That were buried underwater. So it's like all these, so many things that have come about from glaciers melting, and they're finding all these relics and droughts, and when a lake completely dries up, they're finding all this stuff, right?
Weird.
There's one big glacier in Norway, which is kind of the main subject of the article.
Yeah.
But it's melting, and there's so many like artifacts that are coming from the melted glacier. So they're like rushing to try and find and categorize all these relics.
Everything that's like flowing out.
Yeah,
the glacier.
because as soon as the artifact is exposed, and either way, glacier or whatever,
degrade.
It's gonna start deteriorating quickly. So they're having to rush and try and get all of these.
Like what?
So the one in Norway.
That's crazy that it's like only available for a moment as it like comes out of the ice or the lake or whatever.
Yeah, they're like all of these archaeological people and everything, like they're rushing to try and put stuff together. I had a list of the stuff that was in the Norway glacier, but I don't have it here. I was all over the rabbit hole. But anyways, they're finding uncovered artifacts from the Stone Age, the Iron Age, the Middle Ages, and the Viking Age. So it was all kinds of stuff. It was, from weapons and shoes
I
and
see.
stuff like
Just
that.
all kinds of items.
Just all kinds of things that they're finding
And from all different time periods.
from all different time periods.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Insane.
that's crazy. So I'm going to tell you a few examples,
Okay.
but then for your list, I'm going to really test your ancient history knowledge.
Oh, man. Okay. I have very little ancient history knowledge.
I know. I mean, I was reading this and I was like, what?
Doing this podcast has been
I
like
did not know any of
the
this.
only time I've really known anything about history.
I know. Okay, so there's one that is in the Yangtze River, in China, I believe.
Okay.
And in August of 2022, there was a drought caused by the water levels dropping, and it exposed some like Buddhist statues
Oh.
that they looked really cool, honestly.
That's
But
interesting.
I can't remember. Oh,
They were just all these statues at the bottom of a lake?
yeah,
Wow.
and they estimated that they were about 600 years old.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
There's this ancient bridge. I looked at pictures. It's really interesting. In July of 2022, the water levels in the Tiber River in Rome, they dropped low enough to reveal remains of like an ancient stone bridge.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It
Wow.
looks really cool. Can you imagine, like, you're
No.
just looking out at the water and all of a sudden you're like,
Was that
is-
bridge always there?
what is that? Like, where do these little
Wow.
Buddhist statues?
That's
Like,
crazy. Wow.
so that the Nero's ancient bridge, they said that they believed it was built in or around, I think, 54 CE and 68 CE.
That's
Really old, I
what
think.
is CE again?
I don't know, but it seems really old because I think that's before any of the other letters.
Okay.
I think it's like CE and
We
then like
know so much science.
and then like BC and then AD, I think, is how it goes.
Oh, there's 3?
Yeah.
No, I think we replaced AD and BC with something else because we don't talk about Jesus and then
I don't think
things anymore.
I don't know. I remember something. I took ancient history in college. I feel like something with CE was the first thing. But anyway, who cares?
Anyways, it was a long, long, long time ago.
So a little more
Very, very old bridge.
a little more recent of one, but still super cool, okay, was in the River Po in Italy also.
Okay.
And surprisingly enough, another drought in 2022. Apparently there was a lot
Wow.
of droughts going on in 2022. So uncovered was this 1,000-pound
Okay.
bomb
What?
from World War II.
Whoa. Like active bomb?
Yeah, it had to be detonated.
How heavy was it?
1,000 pounds.
That's bonkers.
It was gigantic.
And it was just
And it's all of a sudden like exposed, like you can just see it, like just partially buried.
Wow,
You can
that's
see
so
this
scary.
big bomb. Yeah, it was crazy. So
it's just chilling there the whole time.
they had to it was showing there. It didn't detonate.
Huh.
And then they had to clear the city or whatever, and then they detonated it
Oh.
safely for whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's crazy. I thought that one was really nuts.
Yeah,
the
that-
pictures are really cool.
Oh wow.
The lost city of
Yep.
Zakukon.
Okay.
Zakukon.
Sure. Uh-huh.
That's how it seems like.
Those both sound really right.
Yeah. German and Kurdish archaeologists found what they believe is a lost city
A whole city?
A whole city, a
Where did they
lost
find it?
city. It's in Iraq,
Uh-huh.
3,400 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
This was under a lake, too?
This was also a drought.
Whoa.
Yep, this was also
What
a
kind of
drought.
lake is that a whole city's under there?
Yeah. The Mosul Reservoir.
Interesting.
Yeah. Extensive city with several large buildings.
What?
Yep. From the Mitanni Empire, and that was 1550 to 1350 BCE.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that one must be first.
I don't know. Whatever. It's old. Okay.
Yeah. That one must be first because the bigger number was first.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Like negative number?
Yeah, it's negative. It's weird.
Yeah.
Also a drought in 2022.
Wow.
The same one with the bombs.
Lakes just gave up all their secrets in
Man,
2022.
it's terrible. So it was a part of the Danube River in Serbia. Started exposing dozens of Nazi ships.
Oh, man.
They were a part of the Nazi Black Sea Fleet in 1944. And all these ships contain ammunition and explosives as well.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. So are you saying that all of this stuff had to be recorded really quickly from the drought? Like all of these things that you're describing?
Anything that's exposed, as soon as it starts getting exposed to the elements, which I guess it's already had enough damage from water, there's only so much that can happen. But once it starts, and then you got air and weather, heat, sun, you know what I mean?
Right.
But the main one is the glacier stuff, because those are
that I understand.
Super well preserved.
That I can understand, yeah.
And I actually did find it. So the Norway one is, there's about 3,500 artifacts.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the one that came out of the big glacier?
Yes.
So I'm imagining water pouring out of a glacier that has all this stuff. Is that wrong?
I think it's just melting, and stuff is just becoming exposed as the glacier melts.
Oh, I see.
The permafrost, blah, 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 whatever. As it melts, you start to see these items coming up, basically.
Right.
So that is about 600 to 1,700 years old. Most of that stuff.
Huh.
All kinds of stuff. Rudimentary skis. Skis.
Huh. That's fun.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So.
What am I guessing? Where's my knowledge?
I'm going to give you a list.
Okay.
Of things. And I want you to... The first guess, I think, is going to be a freebie. I want you to tell me what the second oldest thing here is. Okay.
Okay. So you're saying I'll know right away what the oldest one is.
I think so. You can guess the first one, then we'll see.
What's the oldest after that?
Okay, so...
Lay it on me.
There was... I can't remember where this was at, but somewhere in... the Russia, I believe, something like that. It was the frozen woolly mammoth that they found. Did you hear about that?
No.
Okay. It was years ago.
Okay. All right, so frozen woolly mammoth. Mm-hmm. That's okay.
And then there is that came up from Siberia's permafrost, and it's a birch tree seed from a long time ago.
Okay.
This is a site in Israel, the Ohollo site.
Okay.
And this was caused by a drought as well in the Sea of Galilee. And they found preserved huts and hearths and organic remains like seeds, grass bedding.
Okay.
And human burial and flint tools and stuff like that. Okay. Then there is also in Siberia the Yana rhinoceros Dinosaurus horn. And it's
That's
a whole
an
site.
animal?
Yeah, but it's a whole site. Tools, animal bones, ivory artifacts.
Huh. That one doesn't seem that old to me.
Okay. And then there's some weapons in melting ice in North America, like Yukon. And they're like adult dart shafts, but that like predate bow and arrow.
Huh. Okay.
In Norway, there is a wool spinning tool with a carved decoration on it, and that's in that same site, I think, is the Norway glacier.
Okay.
And then there is this last one, dinosaur tracks in Texas.
That were uncovered by what?
Drought.
Huh. Cool.
So when the Paluxy River dried up, they found a set of massive tracks.
Wow.
And
That's so cool.
yeah, it belonged to the Acrocanthosaurus.
I wonder if Cope and Marsh discovered that dinosaur.
I know. That's what I was wondering while you were reading it.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if any of this stuff like ties in. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna run back.
Run them.
Yeah, I'm gonna run quickly again. We got the frozen woolly mammoth.
That one's got to be the oldest, right?
Okay, we've got the birch tree seeds in Siberia permafrost.
Okay.
We've got the Ohala in Israel, the whole site that had the huts and hearths and organic remains, blah, blah, blah. Then we've got the rhinoceros horn site, which has tools, animal bones, ivory artifacts.
Okay. I don't think it's either of those. That doesn't seem very old to me.
Okay.
Keep going.
Then there's the weapons in North America. They're like the dart shafts.
Oh, yeah, that one sounded really old.
Then there's the what it's called a distaff, I believe, but that's the wool spinning tool. That was in Norway. And then the dinosaur tracks. Yeah.
Well, I guess dinosaur tracks are older than woolly mammoths.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the oldest one, was the dinosaur
I was
tracks.
like, wait a second. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the dinosaur tracks is the oldest.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
So the dinosaur tracks in Texas, they estimate, are around 113 million years old.
Whoa. I'm going to say the second oldest would be those darts.
The darts.
Yeah.
The darts. No. Those
Not the
are
darts?
No. Mm-mm. So the next one is actually the birch tree seeds
Really? Oh.
in Siberian permafrost that actually germinated and everything once they were
alive.
They were alive. 120,000 years old.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, how old are woolly mammoths? Not 120,000 years old?
40,000 to 50,000 years old.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I thought woolly mammoths were alive.
I know. I know. The one with the tools, animal bones, ivory artifacts.
Oh, yeah.
They say this is kind of indicative of the early human activity in the Arctic zones. And that one is 32,000 years old.
Yeah.
The hunting weapons in North America are only 10,000.
Oh, yeah. I should have known none of the human artifacts were going to be the oldest because humans aren't very old.
Right.
Yeah. I should have known that. Okay, so my ancient
the distaff, I know.
Right?
Trust me. I was like, I didn't know time went back 113 million years, but okay, if you say so.
That's insane.
The distaff, the wool spinning thingamabobber, that was Viking Age.
Oh, okay.
And then what's that? The Israel one.
It's crazy to me that the birch tree seed It was in ice. It was in permafrost.
Yes.
And it was just there. Like, seeds are wild.
I know. Oh yeah. And they like germinated it or whatever, and yeah.
Did they grow the tree?
I believe they grew the tree.
Yeah.
And like it was still viable. The site in Israel with the preserved huts and hearths and all of that in the Sea of Galilee is 23,000 years old.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's insane that it was so well preserved. I mean, even though it didn't last, probably.
Right? Yeah.
But it was just like there under the water.
The
ships freak me out too. The Nazi ships,
right?
Being there full of explosives.
Yes.
It was so scary. Someone should make a horror movie about that.
I just don't understand like how I would even feel like
in the horror movie, the ships would be unearthed by the drought, and then they would all come alive.
Oh yes,
sure.
Of course. There's gonna be
like
zombie Nazis.
Yeah.
Pirate ghosty Nazis.
Ghost Nazi pirate zombies.
Yes.
That's what the horror movie.
Right.
That's what the horror movie.
That sounds right. So that was interesting how that all kind of tied in together.
You really did go down the rabbit hole on that.
I did. There was a lot. There's a lot more.
You know what I think? I think Debbie pronounced everything right.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
Obviously, I pronounced
all those dinosaurs right.
I don't know why I keep struggling saying rhinoceros, but why do they name it that? It's 32,000 years old. So my mind is like, that's not that word because it's so old. It can't be that word.
Rhinoceroses are really old.
Rhinoceros. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, it's crazy. Yep.
Well, we really went back in time for this one.
We did.
I thought I was going far back in time.
I know.
In my story.
I know.
To the 1800s.
I can't believe that it ended up both being like kind of archaeological like, in nature.
That's so funny.
Right?
Yeah, we really stuck to a theme that we didn't know was a theme.
We did not. We did not collaborate on that at all.
No, we did not. All right.
All right. Well,
thank you for sharing.
A couple weeks, we will be back.
Yes, we will.
I'll have a story for you.
And I'll guess badly.
You'll fill in the blanks. Probably guess terribly. I'll mispronounce a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. I'll probably think something is gay again.
Definitely gotta find something gay in it. If you're enjoying the podcast, we just ask that you follow us on Instagram or like or anything you want to do. Give us a review. It doesn't matter. But
tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Yeah, share it. We're happy for like any support, any listeners that care to hear about
our ramblings,
sciencey stories. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.